If you thought the eclipse was the end, think again. That was just the door slamming shut. Now, you're standing in a new room, one you didn't choose, one that was chosen for you. And what you do next, that determines everything. The sky may be clearing, but don't let that fool you. The real transformation begins now, because what just happened wasn't some beautiful celestial moment to admire on Instagram. It was a rupture, a cosmic tear straight through your timeline. The kind of shift you don't recover from if you pretend nothing happened. The kind of shift that separates those who stay asleep from those who wake up and take command of their fate. You might feel like something heavy just passed, like the storm has moved on. But the storm? It's just beginning. What you're in right now isn't the calm after the chaos, it's the silence before the next strike. There's still energy hanging in the air, thick, charged, dangerous. And if you don't ground yourself in this moment, if you don't respond correctly, you'll carry the residue of this eclipse into every part of your life, poisoning your next chapter before it ever has the chance to begin. This is not a time to relax. It's not over. In fact, the most critical phase is happening right now. Because when one chapter violently ends, what you do in the first 48 hours of the next one shapes everything that follows. The window to make aligned, conscious moves is slamming shut, and if you miss it, you'll spend the rest of the year trying to undo the consequences. But that's not all. As if the eclipse wasn't enough, something else is happening. Something that hasn't occurred in over 160 years. A planet is shifting. A new archetype is awakening. And the fire it carries is not here to warm you. It's here to burn away the false identities you've been clinging to. On March 30th, Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, and divine chaos, enters Aries, the warrior, the rebel, the initiator. And when these two collide, it's not a soft awakening, it's a spiritual ignition. Neptune's fog, mystery, and psychic sensitivity crashing full speed into Aries' raw, impulsive, uncontrollable fire. What does that mean for you? It means you're being forced to choose, float, or fight. Drift endlessly in a fog of fantasies, or blaze forward with soul-led action. You've been dreaming long enough. Now the universe is asking you to move. This moment is rare and it's powerful, but it's also dangerous. Because Neptune doesn't just reveal dreams, it also reveals delusions. And if you don't clear the energy left behind by the eclipse, if you don't take the right steps immediately after, this next phase will twist your vision, hijack your emotions, and pull you into chaotic cycles disguised as new beginnings. You'll think you're starting fresh, when in reality, you're walking straight into spiritual quicksand. March 29th was the rupture. March 30th is the rebuild. But if you don't know what to do after an eclipse, if you don't move with intention, if you don't clear, ground, and recalibrate, you'll be rebuilding on broken ground. And what looks like opportunity will quickly collapse into confusion. This isn't fear, this is truth. Right now, the universe is watching, testing, asking you silently, are you ready to do what most won't? Are you ready to prepare while everyone else is pretending the danger has passed? If you feel the shift, if your intuition is screaming that something bigger is happening, you're not crazy, you're being called. And what I'm about to share next might just be the most important spiritual survival checklist you've ever heard. So like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop the number 77 in the comments to claim your readiness to act. Because next, I'm revealing the 8 things you must do immediately after the eclipse to survive the storm ahead. And if you miss even one, the consequences could follow you for years. Number 1, purge what the eclipse tried to remove. If something began to unravel before or during the eclipse, let it crash, let it burn, let it die. Because here's what no one wants to admit. The eclipse didn't take anything from you that was meant to stay. It only ripped away the things your soul already knew were expired. The job that drained you, the relationship that confused you, the habits that numbed you, the identity you outgrew but clung to out of fear. That wasn't stability. It was a slow spiritual suffocation. And this eclipse, as violent as it may have felt, was the universe trying to save you from the poison you were willing to tolerate. Still thinking of going back? Don't, because what the eclipse severed, it severed for a reason. And if you try to reattach what was meant to fall away, you're not saving anything. You're stitching dead weight back to a living body. It will rot. It will infect the parts of your life that still have a chance to thrive. And it will drag you down in ways you won't recover from easily. Eclipse energy isn't subtle. It doesn't whisper. It rips. It's a cosmic force that clears what's blocking your next evolution. But it only works if you let go. If you keep reaching back for what was collapsing, out of nostalgia, guilt, fear, or loneliness, you'll miss what's coming next. And what's coming is so much bigger than anything you're trying to salvage from the ruins. Ask yourself, what fell apart this past week? What truth became too loud to ignore? Who revealed themselves through silence or cruelty or sudden absence? That wasn't random. That wasn't a glitch. That was your soul screaming through the eclipse. This is not it. This can't come with us. And now, it's your move. This is where most people make the mistake. The energy shifts, the sky clears, and they rush to repair what the universe just shattered. They text the person who ghosted. They apologize for drawing boundaries. They reopen doors that were finally closed, and they call it healing. But it's not. It's spiritual relapse. And it will cost you, so purge. Cut the cords, block the number, delete the thread, burn the letters, throw away the mementos, cancel the subscription. Walk away from the thing your soul has been quietly begging you to release. Not later. Now, because the window is small. And the longer you wait, the more that old energy will dig its claws back into you. The more confused you'll become. The more distorted your path will feel. And the harder it will be to claim the new life the eclipse was trying to deliver. Let it go. Even if it hurts. Especially if it hurts. Because what you don't release willingly now, the universe will rip from you later. And next time, it won't be gentle. Stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll show you exactly why grounding your energy is the most urgent thing you must do before Neptune pulls you under. If you're not anchored, you'll be lost in illusions before the week is over. Number 2, ground yourself before Neptune drowns you. Neptune just entered Aries, and while that might sound mystical, even exciting, don't be fooled. This is not gentle energy. This is not a peaceful dream state. This is fire and fog colliding. And if you're not grounded right now, you will get swept away. Neptune is the planet of dreams, illusions, and higher spiritual connection, but also deception, confusion, and emotional distortion. And now it's in Aries, the sign of impulse, action, aggression. It's like trying to meditate in the middle of a lightning storm. One second you're inspired, the next you're drowning in chaos you can't explain. If you're not anchored to something real, something physical, you'll get pulled into fantasies that feel like truth. You'll chase ideas that have no legs, trust people who wear masks, or fall in love with illusions dressed as clarity. Neptune doesn't always lie, but it bends reality just enough to make destruction feel like destiny. And right now, that bending is happening fast. So how do you survive this? You ground, you get back in your body. Salt baths, bare feet in the earth, deep, intentional breathing. Stillness, movement, food that nourishes, water that clears. You must root yourself in the physical or risk, floating so high you forget what's real until you come crashing down. Don't bypass what you're feeling. Don't spiritually sugarcoat your struggles. Don't meditate your way out of decisions that require action. This isn't the time for escape. It's the time to stand firm, because Neptune in Aries will test your clarity like never before. Stay close, because next I'm going to show you why writing down what the eclipse revealed isn't just helpful. It's your only protection against repeating the same karmic patterns that nearly destroyed you. Number 3, write down what the eclipse showed you. During the eclipse, something was revealed to you. Maybe it came as a whisper in a dream. Maybe it screamed through someone's betrayal. Maybe it hit you like a wave of sadness, anger, or sudden clarity you couldn't explain. Whatever form it took, it was real. That was your soul receiving a cosmic download, and now the question is, will you remember it? Because here's what happens every time. The sky clears, the emotional storm passes, and the mind tries to convince you it wasn't that serious. It tries to rationalize the chaos. You tell yourself you overreacted, that you imagined it, that it was just a rough week, and slowly you forget the truth that nearly tore you apart. But this time, don't. Write it down. Everything. The thoughts, the triggers, the realizations, the gut feelings, the tears. The moment you knew you had to walk away. The pattern that finally clicked. The mask that slipped off someone you trusted. Don't let the clarity fade back into confusion. Don't let the pain be wasted. Because if you don't document this wisdom, you will repeat the same karmic loops. The eclipse showed you what needs to change. It pulled the curtain back. And if you don't anchor that knowledge, you'll slip right back into the cycle. And next time, it will hurt more. Journaling right now isn't just reflection. It's spiritual insurance. It's sealing the message into your memory. It's giving your future self a map out of the darkness when the fog returns. So grab the pen. Capture what was revealed. Before your mind convinces you to forget what your soul worked so hard to uncover. Stay with me, because next I'll show you why, without a spiritual routine, you're leaving yourself wide open to energetic chaos in the days ahead. Number 4, anchor a daily spiritual practice. During the eclipse, I told you not to manifest, and I meant it. Solar eclipses don't bring clean energy. They bring disruption, distortion, karmic unraveling. To try manifesting in that chaos would have been like planting seeds in poisoned soil. But now, the sky is shifting. The dust is settling. The veil is still thin. And that means one thing: your connection to higher guidance is wide open, but only for a little while. This is your window, your chance to anchor into the clarity that's trying to reach you. But it won't last forever. And if you're not listening, if you're not tuning in, you're already falling behind. Right now, the world is loud, confusing. People are scrambling to make sense of what they just felt. But you don't need to scramble. You need to center. You need to ground yourself in a daily spiritual practice that brings your energy back to you before the noise of the world pulls you under. It doesn't have to be complicated. 5 to 10 minutes, that's all. Start your day with breath work to bring yourself back into your body. Meditate to receive clarity instead of reacting to chaos. Do an energy clearing to release what's still lingering from the eclipse, because trust me, it's not gone yet. Light a candle, pull a card, say a prayer, journal, move, be still, whatever gets you aligned. Because if you don't make space for stillness, your day will make space for distractions. And in this post-eclipse, Neptune-infused atmosphere, one moment of energetic neglect can cost you hours, even days, of confusion. This is how you stay ahead. This is how you walk through the fog with clear eyes. And coming up next, I'm exposing the subtle, hidden energy traps that are still attached to you through people, places, and habits, and exactly how to cut them before they pull you back under. Number 5, protect your energy. Vampires are still feeding. Eclipses don't just stir your soul, they stir everyone else's too. And right now, there are people walking around cracked open, exposed, chaotic, and hungry. Energetic vampires, emotional leeches, people who are drowning in their own storm, but instead of facing it, they're reaching for you to keep them afloat. Here's the truth. The eclipse shook loose people's shadows. Old wounds, buried resentment, unhealed rage. It's all up at the surface, and shadows don't go back into hiding overnight. Some people will deal with it, most won't. And if you're not careful, they will make their chaos your responsibility. Protect your energy. Set boundaries like your life depends on it, because spiritually it does. You don't owe anyone access to your peace just because they're falling apart. You don't have to answer every late-night call, every venting session, every emotional spiral that shows up at your door, pretending it's just needing space to talk. Some people don't want healing. They want attention. They want reaction. They want energy. And they'll take yours any way they can get it, through guilt, through drama, through fake vulnerability, wrapped in a spiritual mask. Don't fall for it. Block the drainers. Say no. Step back. If it feels heavy, it probably is. Your job right now is to guard your frequency like a fortress. The post-eclipse world is unstable, and if your energy isn't protected, you'll get pulled into someone else's storm before you realize you're drowning. This is not selfish. It's sacred. You're not abandoning anyone. You're choosing your alignment. And next, I'm going to show you why the smallest soul-aligned action you take today can create massive spiritual momentum, and how staying still now might leave you stuck for the rest of the season. Number 6, make a micro move toward the life you want. Right now, you're standing in the space between endings and beginnings. The eclipse cleared the path. Neptune in Aries has lit the fire. But if you don't move, even just a little, you'll miss the magic of this moment. Neptune brings the dream. Aries demands the action. Together they're saying, don't just envision it, initiate it. One bold move today becomes a signal to the universe that you're not just awake, you're ready. And it doesn't have to be massive. It can be the tiniest soul-aligned action, a micro move that changes everything. Apply to that opportunity. Start that project. Record that message. Speak the truth you've been swallowing. Send the email. Make the decision. Whatever's been sitting in your gut, waiting for the right time. This is it. Momentum doesn't wait. And the steps you take now, no matter how small, create waves of energy that ripple into the months ahead. This isn't about rushing, it's about moving with intent, because clarity lives in motion. And the longer you stay still, the more fog creeps back in. Coming up next, I'll reveal why this emotional fog is only going to intensify, and how one impulsive move during this time could shatter everything you've just started building. Number 7, expect emotional aftershocks and don't react. Think the chaos ended with the eclipse? Not even close. What just happened didn't resolve everything. It planted energetic time bombs, and over the next few days, maybe even weeks, they'll start to go off. Not with warnings, not with logic, but with sudden emotional triggers that hit you out of nowhere. You might feel an urge to lash out, to quit something, to confront someone, to say something you can't take back. Don't. That's not clarity, it's aftershock. And if you react too fast, too hard, or too emotionally, you'll undo the very healing the eclipse tried to give you. Observe, don't respond. Watch your emotions like a storm passing through. Let them crash, then let them settle. Because the people, patterns, and memories rising to the surface right now aren't asking for action, they're asking for awareness. You don't have to react to prove you've changed. Sometimes the deepest transformation is staying calm when everything in you wants to explode. So stay centered. Breathe. Don't burn bridges in the afterglow. The emotional terrain is still unstable, and one impulsive reaction could turn growth into regret. Next, I'm going to show you why ignoring your intuition now is more dangerous than ever, and what your dreams are urgently trying to tell you. Number 8. Set a fire-worthy intention. Now that the eclipse has cleared what no longer belongs, and Neptune in Aries is igniting your soul, you're standing in rare energy, one that demands intention, not hesitation. But this isn't the time for a vague wish list or half-hearted hopes. This is a contract with your future. Set an intention so bold, so raw, so aligned with your soul that it scares you a little. Write it like it's already happening. Not, I want to be free at Kais, but I am living in full freedom, unapologetically, fiercely, and on purpose. The universe doesn't respond to timid energy right now. It responds to fire. Be unfiltered. Be wildly honest. Don't write what sounds safe. Write what your soul is screaming for when no one's watching. This is your declaration, your claim, your vow. Why does it matter so much? Because intention focuses this chaotic, post-eclipse energy. It gives your transformation a direction. Without it, the universe has no idea what to support, and you'll float aimlessly in Neptune's fog. So here's the truth. What you do after the eclipse matters, just as much as what was revealed during it. This isn't just aftermath, it's the rebirth. You've been given a rare window to purge, reset and rise, but only if you move with clarity, courage and intention. If this message hit you deep, if you felt the shift, don't scroll past it. Like this video to anchor the energy, subscribe for more cosmic updates, and drop the number 77 in the comments to declare you're awake, aligned, and ready to face what's coming next. This is just the beginning. Stay alert. Everything is about to change.